you will see how highly secretive roundtable groups interlock to form a global intelligence network. This group has been steering planetary affairs for hundreds of years. Now, in the final stage, they prepare for open world government, a goal tyrants throughout history have lusted after. Dr. Michael Kaufman is a published ecologist specializing in...
And then we get into the main part of the film. Now, you heard me just play from the intro of the documentary. Then we get into more chapters going through every facet of it with all the proof, their statements, their video clips, how they're going to set up the grid, how they're going to cut off our resources, always promising to fix things. We give them more power, always getting more of a stranglehold around us, and then killing us. And the average yuppie who finally accepts this automatically says, well, then I'll be part of the elite. No, you won't. Get that through your head. It's very sick that you go along with this. But I guess you were taught in college that it's cool to be into killing people and that there's too many people and you have a disdain for folks. So you're getting what you deserve, but I don't deserve it. My family doesn't, and free humanity and people that have got a soul out there don't deserve it, and we stand against you. Now, we're going to go to break here in a few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and start playing this clip. And again, this is airing over in England. This is promoted with government funding. The London Guardian's involved. The planned Opolis, elitist agenda for eco-fascist enslavement. And I'll start playing part of it now, come back and play the rest of it. But it's so amazing how they just calmly describe total surveillance, total tyranny, food rationing, government authorization to even travel to work every day. But it's not tyranny. It's done to save the earth. What came out all over the news in the last week, and it's confirmed, the German government admits it's true. They claimed that it was for the environment, all these spy satellites they were launching, these infrared spy satellites. Oh, the billions of dollars. It wasn't to spy on you in England and the United States and Europe. No, in the U.S.-German BND partnership. No, it was to check for greenhouse gases. Turns out it's body scanning from orbit. This is their cover. It has nothing to do with the Earth. What did Bill Gates say on TED TV last year? He said, we've got to lower the human population to lower the carbon footprint. Humans exhale carbon dioxide. It's part of the life cycle. Then plants, they release oxygen. They respirate and operate and engage in photosynthesis from carbon dioxide that animal life puts off. Then they release oxygen that animal life lives on. Symbiotic carbon cycle. Water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, sunlight. Four things. Four things. And they've got the public convinced and ready to salute going after carbon dioxide. You want to genetically engineer cross-species spider goats, salmon, everything deadly, just hurting the earth? Go for it. You want to breathe? No. We're going to come back, play the clip. Stay with us.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We're back. Most of our affiliates carry the first 5-minute segment, but some don't. So I'm going to launch back into this newest video and get into these incredible articles by Paul Joseph Watson in the next segment that's about 7 minutes away. Let me just tell you about some of the other information coming up. In 1 hour from now, Alan Watt will join us for an hour. Then Piers Corbyn, meteorologist, who actually understands how the weather works, dealing with solar and moon interactions, dealing with the solar winds, which the ancients knew. Now in the last 20 years has been proven that what's driving the cloud formations is not potash and volcanoes, but is all of the massive ionizing radiation, particles, micrometeorites by the ton that are coming into the atmosphere every day. Yeah, we're a big spaceship, folks, hurtling through the edge of the Milky Way galaxy. We're out here in the boondocks orbiting a little sun, and we're moving mighty fast orbiting that sun, and space is not a void. It is filled with energy. It is filled with the quantum vacuum, with the ether. And just in our dimension, there are just so many gamma rays and X-rays and particles, and it's just full spectrum. And, of course, now the mathematical equations of Einstein and others have been proven to correct. Many physicists predicted there would be a hexagon in the ice cap of the gas giant Saturn, and after the different, was it Voyager and others went over, they did photograph that hexagon, which is a dimensional expression on the surface of the gas giant that mathematics showed would be there in a gas giant of that size, an expression of a dimension beneath the surface, or a space wormhole distortion of a type. I don't claim to be a physicist. I just read the major bodies of the work and then regurgitate it as a lay creature here on air, ladies and gentlemen. But I study the mass psychology of tyrants, the psychopathic elites that always take control, the scum rising to the top. After good rises to the top, milk and honey flows, then we become fat, dumb, and happy, then the evil takes over. Of course, action alert. Now the FDA is going after vitamin C. That's up on PrisonPlanet.com. Utah welcomes NSA Mega Snoop Center, PrisonPlanet.com, Infowars.com. Plandopolis, elitist agenda for eco-enslavement, PrisonPlanet.com. Eco-fascist call for prison cities. I know Matt Drudge listens to the show, and Matt Drudge in the last 5 years has taken a clear course into liberty and fighting the globalists and covering the Bilderberg Group and covering everything else. And Matt Drudge gave us a Christmas present. The only red links out of green links on Christmas Day were Alex Jones at Infowars.com. So I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. When somebody gives me so much and humanity so much in really turning towards liberty, towards the pole star, the North Star, I don't like to ask for more, but if Drudge is listening, I'd really like it if you'd link to eco-fascist call for prison cities. You know, I burn with desire to expose these people, and I know you do as well. And it'd be nice if Drudge linked to that. And if you do, I won't start asking every day. I have asked before that Drudge move a link to the top to see if he was listening, and he did within minutes. I don't know if Drudge is listening today, but Matt Drudge, we appreciate you. Matt Drudge is a smart guy. He realizes none of us have any future if we don't beat these people. And the truth is what matters. And Drudge isn't perfect. None of us are, but he is moving in the right direction in a big way. And forcing Glenn Beck and many others and Rush Limbaugh to go in the right direction. He truly is setting more and more of the agenda. I'd like to see eco-fascists call for prison cities to be on the all-powerful Drudge Report. All-powerful, that is, in alternative media cyberspace projection of information, breaking through the electronic Berlin Wall, the globalist. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. It is a dangerous game, though, the Drudge is playing. I understand that, and he knows that. We're all playing a dangerous game.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
All right, so we've seen the TV ads where children don't submit to carbon taxing, so the teacher murders them by detonating explosives. We have seen the promotion by Prince Philip and Ted Turner and others that we should have a one-child policy, official UN policy. China is the model, forced abortion. We're useless eaters, feeders, all of this Nazi eugenic nomenclature being openly used. But the West, the United States and England, that part of the West, the Anglo-American arm, did not get these ideas from Herr Goering, Herr Hitler, Herr Goebbels. They got it from the British. Not bashing the British people. I myself am Jones, as Welsh as it comes. That system was developed in England, germinated, exploded, gestated in the United States. Mexico loved it. I mean, all these countries bought into it. That's the death panels. That's the euthanasia. That's the brainwashing that's going on. So at the end of the last hour, I played the first few minutes from Endgame, where I said prison cities, rationing, the end of the family. You'll have to have travel passes to go to work. How did I know that? That's the official Club of Rome UN. And the film Endgame, over 2 hours long, breaks it all down. It's free on YouTube and Google. Higher quality at prisonplanet.tv. I'm not making expensive films here and traveling all over the world and getting arrested and detained to play a game here, folks. This is real. Now, I get up this morning at about 6 a.m. I waddle into the computer, wake up, start drinking coffee, and I see Watson's article. And instantly I knew it was the government-funded group connected to 1010, hooked in with the London Guardian. I go to their site. There's the Guardian, the sponsor. There's the British government. There it all is, funding it. And you think it's a joke. Someone who hasn't been brainwashed, you watch it and you think it's a joke. Just like the blowing up of the kids if they don't submit. It's not a joke. Again, they're conditioning us and rebranding tyranny, rebranding mass murder as if it's a good thing. They're hoping that you're so devoid of your own morals or compass that now that we're rudderless, they can bring in this extremism. And this is what smart growth is. This is about the consolidation of power where only insider corporations get the contracts. So when you watch this video that I'm going to be stopping and commenting on, remember, this is not a joke. They've got a whole bunch of them on this nightmare site that's linked in Paul Watson's articles, Planned-opolis, elitist agenda for eco-enslavement. And you guys did make Jesse Ventura the #1 search term yesterday. Jesse Ventura censored. I want to do this again today. I waited a few weeks before we did this. Now we're going to launch a full-scale Google bomb operation. I want prison cities to be the #1 search term today so that hundreds of other publications pick up on it. You notice the Mail, the Huffington Post, all these big publications picked up on our government testing angle on the bird deaths, now proliferating worldwide. We can punch through together. If we work together, we can punch through together and force people to see their own admissions of prison cities. They just want to show these videos to your school kids in the U.S., England, and Europe. See, they're already in a more advanced stage of brainwashing because they know they're a captive audience and are more easily manipulated. Like Al Gore said 2 years ago, hey, if your parents don't listen to you, you tell them what's right. You tell them what I tell you to tell them. The New York Times, little girls going home writing fake tickets to their mommy for taking a hot bath. They mean business. And again, real murderers, real fascists, real eugenicists learned, and they, Eugenics Quarterly changed its name. All these groups admittedly became crypto-eugenicists after Hitler embarrassed them. Up until the 1940s, it was all out in the open. And so now they pose as loving liberals. These people, in their own writings, all of them, slather with hatred. And the Copenhagen thing coming out, that it was all a fraud, and the global warming was all a fraud, made them so mad. Literally hundreds of top professors, we write articles every week about it, it's all over mainstream news, say, yes, we want fascism. Eco-fascism is good. Nazism is good. But against all humans, we're a parasite. Again, 3.5, almost 4 years ago, Endgame wasn't done yet. I was working on a Saturday late at the office. The ballet recital was nearby my office. My wife and my parents show up with my children with my middle daughter in her ballerina outfit. They're a little bit early. They come in and I'm editing the film. There's research documents everywhere.